Hello everyone. So in this session we are going to see that what is the significance of Terraform variables, how we can use them and how they are going to add value in Terraform script. So if you remember in last session we have made S3 bucket, and in previous session to that we have made EC2 instance. So as you see here, these are going to be hard-coded values like AMI, which is Amazon machine image, that we have given hard-coded. Instance type also we have given hard coded, and here also this we have given hard coded. Now generally, as we know that in development environment, these values should not be given hard coded. They should be replaced with variables, and we need to set those variables value in separate files or in separate place, so that whenever we have to change this value in future, we need to change just those variables value automatically. Wherever we have used those variables is going to auto replace. It is going to be useful when you have used the same value in multiple files in multiple places, so that you need to just change the value of those variable wherever you have used those variable, whether in the same file multiple times or whether in multiple files, it is going to automatically replace that. So how in this exercise I'm going to tell you that how we can replace these things with variables. So I'm going to tell you multiple ways. Okay, there are multiple ways through which you can define those variables, you can declare those variables, and you can use them. Like I'm going to do the first way of declaring or defining these variables in the same file. So how we can make variables in Terraform, you have to use this variable keyword, and whatever you want to give, you can give it here, like Miami. I'm going to make the variable here, this is the variable name, and then you have to specify the data type of this variable. So for that we have to give this type and then equals to, and it supports multiple type of data types. String is going to one of them. Similarly, it supports integers also, list also, so we'll see that in upcoming sessions. And then the value that you want to set this variable is going to be written in this parameter default. And then whatever value you want to set in this variable. So I want to set this values here inside this variable. So the variable name is going to be Miami. It is going to be of string type, and this is going to be the value of this variable. So now in place of this, I can use this variable. So I need to just type var, and you see automatically that list of variables will come here. So as of now, I have made only one variable, so I'm getting this var dot Miami. So I'm going to give this. Similarly, I can make another variable my instance type, and then again type is going to be string, and default is going to be my T2 micro. Okay, so now in place of these two, which I want to make it dynamic in nature, so you see that I'm getting this second variable also. Now you're going to ask me here that if we have to write down the same thing here, then what is the significance of that? We can directly put these values here, we can directly put these values here. It means that earlier scenario was much better than this one, but no, see the difference. So suppose I want to make one more resource of same type. Suppose this is name is web1, this is web2. Now if we have placed those hard-coded value here in place of this variable, and later on if we want to change that AMI, So I have to change in both the places. But now you will see I need to just make change here only. Automatically at this place and this place, both the places, the value will be changed. Like suppose I want to make, let me first run this file, then you will get this difference. So suppose I'm going to uh, plan this, I want to run the Terraform plan command on this project. So since I have made this 2 EC2 instances and 1 bucket, so it is going to tell me 3 resource to add, and then see what is going to be that instance type of them. So first of all, let me run the Terraform validate command first. Okay, then there's no error in my syntax error in my code. So now let me run this Terraform plan and see what is going to happen. So it will tell me 3 resource to add. 2 will be EC2 instances and 1 will be S3 bucket. And see the type of those EC2 instances. So you will see here 3 to add. And see, first is going to be EC2 instance, which is web1, and see its instance type T2 micro. Similarly, go for the second one and see its EC2 instance, which is T2 micro. Now see the difference of variables. Now I'm just going to change here. From T2 micro, I'll go for T2 large. And then simply I have change the value in this variable itself. Automatically, wherever I use this variable, it will automatically tell me T2 large. So now if I'm going to run this Terraform plan command again, then again it is going to tell me 3 resource to add, but this time instance type will be different. You see, I'm getting 3 resource to add, but this time see that instance type. So instance type is T2 large for one instance and T2 large for second instance also. Okay, so this is the significance of creating variables. So it is giving you dynamic nature for your static code. Like you have to just change here wherever you have used this variable. So you have used this variable in this instance and in this instance. At both the places, automatically this value is going to replace. Okay, so this shows that how variables are going to be used. Now, what are the different approaches through which we can declare and define this variable? Okay, so this is declaration of this variable and this is definition of this variable. This is the definition of this variable. Like we are going to specify the type of the variable and its value. Now it is not a good practice to put variables in the same file. So for that, for variables, you have to make a separate file in your project. So again, you can give any name, but suggested name is variable.tf. And then put these variables here. And save all the files. So now you see variables we have made in different file, but it is going to recognize. We are not going to import any file where you have made those variables. No, that is not required. This is the beauty of Terraform. I'm going to tell you that thing in upcoming session sometime, that what approach it actually follows. As of now, I'm going to tell you quickly that it follows declarative approach. Like declarative approach is that where you are not required to specify the sequence of steps. You need to just place those things anywhere in this project in any TF files. Condition is that things need to be written in .tf file itself. Then automatically it is going to read all files whenever you're going to run any command, and it will automatically detect the variables has been declared in which file. You are not bounded to give the same file name variable.tf. It is not recognizing with this variable.tf. You can put any name here, like you can put xyz pqr abc.tf. It doesn't matter. It is going to read the content inside the file, no matters what the name is. So whenever you have asked for a variable, it is going to see that variable in any one of the file available in this project, and then accordingly it is going to recognize. So now you have placed this variable in different file. So now you are going to run the same command again. It is going to tell you the same thing. Okay, so it is also going to tell you 3 resource to add, and see same variable name, t2 large and t2 large here also. Now what is the other advantage? That why we have placed this variable in different file, not in the same file? Because this particular configuration should not be accessible with all developers or all team members. This particular resource file need to be handled by team leader or project manager, but developers can get access of this file. There they can specify that what kind of instance they want, what kind of OS they want inside. So they need to just change thing here. Automatically this will be reflected here. So this file access only the team leader and project manager should handle, and this file access we can give to our developers development team, so that they can configure those resources according to their requirement without touching or opening or editing this file. So that is another use case, that we want to secure our main critical files, and we are going to give access of those files which is going to provide information to this critical file. Okay, so that is going to be another advantage of using variables in that. So that is all about this Terraform variables. Now in next sections we are going to see that how we can also take some more use case in terms of variables, that how we can put another options for defining or defining the value of a variable in place of this variables files. We can also give other level of dynamic nature, like here we have to put the value hard coded in this file as well. It is going to be again a static nature. Now we are going to make that how we can make it more dynamic using command line. Can we put these values in command line argument when we are going to run this command Terraform plan? So rather than fixing those value in a file, can I put those value directly here in this command itself? So those kind of things we are going to see in the next session, which is going to be Terraform variables with command line argument, which is going to give you more dynamic environment for your script. For that I have made this exercise also, and let me show you that step-by-step process for that I have discussed right now. So this is going to be fifth exercise actually. So here you see that this time I have provided these variables in place of hard-coded values, and these variables I have defined in this terraform.tf file, and you see I have defined these variables. Variable name, its data type, its value. Same thing, data type, variable name, data type, and its value. Variable name, data type, and its value. This is called as declaration. These are called as definition. So this step-by-step document has been placed here. Similarly, Terraform init, plan, and if you want to really apply that, you can go for apply a probe as well. Okay, so that is all about for these Terraform variables. In upcoming class, we are going to see Terraform variables with command line argument, that we are going to see in the next class. So that is all about this session. We are going to see next thing in next class. So that is all about for this class. See you in the next class. All the best.